What's up everybody, AnimeX here, and in this video I'll be doing a follow-up video to the What If Minato Survived series. Obviously the reason that I'm coming out with another part so soon is because you guys seem to particularly like this series, and the last part of this did especially well on the channel. If you are new to the channel and haven't watched this series before, I recommend you watch the other 6 parts to get a sense of what is happening in the story, so I'll leave a link to that playlist in the corner and in the description below. But if you just need a quick refresher, I'll be recapping what happened in the last part of the series, and after the recap we'll dive right back into the action. And so, without further ado, let's get started. In the last part of this What If, I talked about the aftermath of the attack on Konoha, and how Team 7 recovered from that experience. Also in the last part, Jiraiya went to go search for Tsunade himself, leaving Naruto to use his time to train with his mother, in sealing techniques, and even the Uzumaki chains themselves. And that's right, where we'll jump right back into the story. Now, like I said, we left off with Kushina and Naruto training with the goal of Naruto becoming master of sealing techniques and the summoning jutsus, along with him being able to eventually summon the Uzumaki chains themselves, which is the pinnacle of their clan's sealing ability. So, they get to training. Every day, Naruto is forced to study different seals as intensely as he can with the goal of being able to summon or seal whatever he desires in front of him. First, Kushina starts off with small but necessary things, like being able to seal a weapon onto an object and be able to retrieve it at any time, similar to how Tenten is able to be a weapons master and summon weapons from a scroll. Naruto must be able to do something very similar, basically making someone like Tenten obsolete, but that's a different story altogether. So, for the first couple of days, Naruto practices sealing kunai, demon wind shuriken, and even stuff as big as swords. As time goes on, Naruto is able to weave the hand seals needed to seal all of his weapons within small fractions of time, even when it gets to the degree where Naruto can seal at a speed similar to Minato, who himself is considered a sealing genius. Throughout his grueling training as a byproduct of studying so much and being able to seal things quite easily, he's even able to realize without any guidance that live creatures can be sealed at incredible speeds. He also realizes that he can mix the seals of the Flying Raijin Jutsu and the sealing ability that Kushina taught him to be able to seal large explosions and moving objects and send them to different places, similar to how Minato did with Kurama's Biji Bomb. He also equipped himself with multiple tags sealed like Minato's special Flying Raijin Kunai, and so he should never worry about running out. He's also become more adept at the Flying Raijin Jutsu just due to his ability to seal and, summon a lot much better, meaning that he can even, on some occasion, use the Flying Raijin individually by himself without a Shadow Clone, although it is easier and, for him, it is more effective with Shadow Clones. As the training goes on, Kushina kept training him every day, pushing him to seal bigger things and seal them faster in tandem with the Flying Raijin, until weeks pass and Naruto has become incredibly good at sealing jutsu, although still not on the level of, say, Kushina or Minato, because those are kind of sealing geniuses. Naruto's gone to the point where he can seal people inside of a tag and summon them at moment's notice, which, although he has no probable use for, as of now, it may come in handy down the line in his ninja career. Then, after more time passes, Kushina sees that Naruto is fit to unleash and harness the power of the Uzumaki chains, and when she tells Naruto that he's ready for that step, Naruto is extremely excited at the fact that he is ready for some reason, but isn't able to manifest the chains even though his proficiency in sealing jutsu and his Uzumaki heritage should allow him to do just that. Seeing this, Kushina knows why Naruto can't do it and just sighs, knowing that she'll have to put Naruto in a situation where he has to do it in order for Naruto to unlock his current ability to unleash the chains. And the only way she knows how to force Naruto to seal something that he can't seal with his current skill is to force him to seal a tailed beast. Now you may think, hey, this is crazy, why would Kushina do this? Multiple reasons. One, she knows that the Uzumaki sealing chains are a great asset for Naruto, and she also knows that Naruto needs to learn this, and she also knows that, hey, she can restrain a tailed beast if she have to. I mean, she can even restrain Kurama for extended periods of time, so worst comes to worst, she can end up saving Naruto. Also, Kushina's a little bit crazy. Like, a good crazy, but crazy nonetheless, you know? Like that, like she's willing to put everything on the line for Naruto's training, so that's what she's gonna do. When this thought comes to her mind, she scolds herself for thinking this for such a thing would be a good idea, but she's aware that the only way to manifest the chains are in dire situations, similar to how Karin did when she thought that Sasuke was dead. So Kushina brings her idea up to Minato, and surprisingly, Minato accepts the idea without hesitating. He trusts Kushina wholeheartedly, and he knows that, worst comes to worst, Kushina could take care of anything that could endanger Naruto. So, Kushina then sees his reaction, stunned and convincing him that it was easy, even though it's dangerous for Naruto. Minato says as long as Kushina is there, Naruto will be perfectly safe. So, after a few more futile attempts to manifest the chakra chains, Kushina tells Naruto that it's time to meet the Kyuubi. While all of Naruto's sealing training was going on, Jiraiya was busy searching for Tsunade to bring her back to the village, and was doing research for his book along the way. Now guys, keep in mind the search for Tsunade is his main mission, but this book is pretty important to people around the world, like Kakashi, aka closet perverts. And then he remembers who he has to find Tsunade for. He's like, I gotta get this for my for Kakashi because he's a good reader for my book. One of his devout readers needs his help and needs the help of Tsunade, so he trudges along with his journey, only researching a couple of people from time to time, going to clubs only once every day. And 3 days into his journey, Jiraiya has already gotten enough research to last him for quite a bit of time. And just when he's about to leave the current town he's in, a young woman runs up to Jiraiya and starts talking to Jiraiya, flirting with him. And while at first he is excited and ready to research more, he quickly realizes that unfortunately this woman is under Genjutsu. And as she continues to talk, he releases her from the Genjutsu and she falls over, and then Jiraiya takes her to a nice, safe place where she can stay out of harm's way. Jiraiya, aware that he's being monitored now, closely decides to get as far away from people as possible so that his fight does not harm or even involve anyone besides his opponent. Once he gets to a point far enough for him to be satisfied, he calls out to Itachi and Kisame, saying that no one besides him is there, so they might as well come out. When nothing happens for a bit, Jiraiya just smirks and runs at where Kisame is, full speed, and kicks at him. Kisame barely is able to block the blow since he did not know Jiraiya could sense his presence, and then Jiraiya flips backward and summons a small toad clad in armor and whispers a command to him. After this command is issued, Jiraiya pulls out a scroll and gives it to the frog. Then the frog hops on away, heading towards the Leaf Village at full speed. This prompts a hiding Itachi to come out and let Kisame know that they have to defeat Jiraiya quickly and catch up to that frog, or else their positions and their objectives will be known by the Leaf Village. Then Jiraiya just sighs and gets ready to fight the two members of the Akatsuki, and before Jiraiya makes a move, Kisame attempts to run past him and gets a toad. Jiraiya then reacts by making Rasengan and tries to attack Kisame. Kisame smiles as he swipes his Samehara towards the Rasengan, eating its chakra and hitting Jiraiya in the side, sending him flying. Then, seeing Jiraiya's moment of weakness, Itachi rushes at Jiraiya, and Itachi and Jiraiya get into a sort of taijutsu combat area. They're just swapping hands right now, going back and forth. Jiraiya is able to hold back Itachi, while Itachi is able to keep up and analyze Jiraiya's movement through the use of his Sharingan. Kisame then comes in as support, adding a few swings here, a few swings there to catch Jiraiya off guard when necessary. If possible, Itachi wants to get off Tsukiyomi on Jiraiya to catch a clean, easy victory, and Kisame wants to basically steal as much chakra from Jiraiya as he possibly can before going after the toad. Jiraiya is now pressed because he's not in a closed area, meaning that summoning the toad mouth will be kind of a problem for him, since, you know, the one place he has summoned it, or we're in kind of smaller enclosed areas, and we've never really seen him use it in larger areas, so I don't want to assume that he can without any further proof. So right now he's being pushed basically to his limit, using Rasengans and using his taijutsu and his intelligence as much as he can, until Itachi shoots Amaterasu at Jiraiya, and Jiraiya kind of futilely responds with his own fireball jutsu. Right after this, the Amaterasu overpowers Jiraiya's fireball quite easily, and in fact hits Jiraiya. Jiraiya then gets hit by this, but then right before he gets burned too badly, he substitutes himself out of there. Itachi and Kisame no longer know where Jiraiya is, so they decide that they have to just get out of there and go for the toad. Jiraiya is now hiding behind somewhere, gravely injured from his Amaterasu encounter with Itachi, so he has to let them get away for now. And then we go back to just like in the original, Itachi and Kisame escaping through the use of Amaterasu, leave Jiraiya having to meet up with Tsunade later, and in fact he needs to get healed by Tsunade because he has some serious burns, even though he substituted out of most of the damage that Amaterasu presented. Now, after Jiraiya successfully does meet up with Tsunade, things go much smoother since Orochimaru isn't alive during this time, if you remember that Minato took out Orochimaru when he was fighting with his son. This means that Tsunade never comes to thinking about striking a deal with Orochimaru, and after a lot of pressing her, she decides to not only heal Jiraiya, but to come back to the village and pretty easily heal Kakashi, which results in a much briefer and more tame search for Tsunade, although the fight between Jiraiya, Itachi, and Kisame was a little bit more interesting. And that, everybody, is where I'm going to end off part 7 to the What If Minato Survive series. As you guys already know, if you liked the video and want another part, I'll immediately hit that like button, comment your thoughts on the what if, your own what if suggestions, or just demonstrate your power in the comments. If you are new to the channel and have already done so, consider subscribing and hitting the bell so you don't miss out on more of my what if videos. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always guys, this is Anime X, signing off.